Oh yeah, spring is here, the weather is great, air is warm, and the sun is about to be shining. And what would be perfect for such an awesome weather? Of course, it's everyone's favorite, story time. Okay, I don't actually know if story time is anybody's favorite, but on this video, a story time. And what the story is going to be about is dangers of listening to clients and following their instructions blindly. And the way it starts is just like any other project. We get a call from a client who says, hey, I got some data for you. Great. So talk to the client, get the data over. He says, okay, here's what I want you to do. And they go through and tell us exact specifications. I want this processed a certain way. I want this is done like that. Export it so and so way. With this fields, they go into exact details. So of course, great, excellent client. Write down all the specs, put in request for processing, get it all processed. Once processing is done, call up a client, say, hey, your data is ready. Ship it over to you on a disk. Do you want zip file over FTP or something else? And they go, no. Can you actually remote into our network and set it up in concordance for us? That was the first clue that something is going to go wrong. When the client was extremely specific about what they wanted, and then when the time came to do a fairly simple task, they didn't know how to actually do it. So project manager gets me and says, Nikolai, can you remote, set it up? And I go, sure. Get the client on the phone, connect to his computer. Client tells me, okay, I want database name this way. I want it copied to this folder. Do it exactly like this. I set it all up. Done. Next week, same client, hey, got more data for you. Great. Sends the data over, says, you know what? In this one, can you add a couple of more fields? Feels like we needed a few more fields that we didn't get last time. I go, sure. Process, call him up saying data's ready to be set up. He goes, excellent. Put the data in this folder, name database this way, set it up so and so. I do it, done. Another week goes by, he says, more data. Now this time, we're gonna have it all redacted. So go ahead and image it. So I say, sure, let's add the backdock and the enddock number field so we know what numbers we've been using for images. So get it all processed, imaged, call him up, same deal. He goes, okay, this database is gonna go to that folder, it's gonna be named this way. And this pattern repeats a few more times for a client, send us new data, changes specifications, and having us load it onto their system. Well, seems like the project is over, no more new data is coming in. Suddenly, we get a call. And a different person from the same company goes, hey, I'm a partner at so-and-so. I've been away in whatever business in Australia or somewhere else. I want to speak to a person who set all this up. So project manager transfers the call to me. I go, hi, how you doing? He goes, who the hell set all this up? Not like that, but he said, who set this up? This is a mess. I don't know what databases are where, why there's so many databases, how am I supposed to search across them? Tags are different on all the databases. This is a mess. What's going on? So I explained to him, like, look, I've been working with this person. I have all the emails documented, and this is exactly what he wanted us to do. We followed the instructions exactly. And after explaining all that, partner was like, okay, I understand, you know, I get that you did your job. Here's the thing, this is not gonna work for us. We need to fix it. And of course, fixing such situation is not that easy because we have like 6 or 7 different concordance databases. They have different fields. They're all over the place. But I explained to him it's going to take, you know, whatever, 5 hours, tech time, something like that. He says, sure, do it. Remote in, and then I start figuring out what databases had fields, which didn't. I exported cross-reference file from processing software to put the missing metadata in. I had to reconcile all the tags because tags were named different in different databases. I exported them out, merged them into one concordance database, and yes, I know you can make a cat file to concatenate them. It's not a good idea in that case. And finally, when I finished fixing all that, partner was happy. So how did we wind up in these situations and what mistakes were made? Well, first, when we listened to client and heard that something doesn't make sense, right? Setting up databases in different folders, making a new database for each set of data, having different fields, that should have been the clue, like, hey, something is not right. Of course, it's easy to say after the fact, but if at all possible, project manager could have asked, look, is this all the same matter? Which probably would have been obvious that it is. maybe we should keep it all together in one database, or do you have a different way of reviewing this? So I feel like all those questions should have been asked when client was giving us the data when we were working with him. And of course, you can't put all the blame on the project manager. They were following instructions from a client, and client was saying exactly what they wanted. So in a way, they were doing exactly what was requested. As an end result, the project wasn't a failure, client was happy, and we all learned from our experience. As usual, if you got a story where you blindly followed client's instructions and got screwed, let me know in the comment section below.